strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realize how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice?
It was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we... Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything. Remember one word. Discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
God be with
Pay
you.
more attention, brother.
Why such haste?
In a rush to pray? This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to. Why such haste? This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware. Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work. As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren, and above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about the circuitous. The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here. We also copy them. You, too, will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here. Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read. It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up in a greasy old shop.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Celerius. They say he used to be a thief.
I'd like to ask... I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway? What do you want from me?
Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, nor the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
I don't think it was him. But please, don't tell a soul what we've been talking about.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked in...
Those idols by the ears. What have they done to you this time? Shackling their responsibilities, leaving us, their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they know.
I'm Gregor, and
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way...
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require...
I'd like to... What can you...
What can I...
I meant something specific.
But you know them yourself. Antonius...
Pay more attention, brother.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough.
Will you tell...
Look.
I've read one of the manuscripts copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry.
It's that touching, is it?
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my brothers, my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
That's all I wanted.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin. You're right. It stunk like a wine barrel.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing more?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind.
Why such in a rush to pray?
What would you like?
I'd be interested. What can you tell me about?
That there's no man alive.
You don't. That's all I want. That's all. Thanks.
In a rush to pray. Pay more attention, brother. Then what's your step, brother?
Why such haste? What's your step?
Slow down.
Ah! Why are you waking me? Go away.
Pay more attention, brother.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
Can you tell?
I would if there was any...
Why did you join?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's... And you know what?
Listen.
Ha! I knew it! He's a villain. It's better not to ask, isn't it?
Never mind that.
That's Siskin.
What are you talking about? You clearly know something I don't.
I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. He's no monk. That's what my gut tells me. And my gut's What are you going to do to that fellow once you find...
I don't know yet.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it, not act on your own.
I'm interested in... Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
What can you tell me?
Oh, he's always got a smile and a new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while. In a
Why
rush to
such haste?
pay more attention, brother.
The food's definitely gone downhill. I remember back when we ate like...
Why such haste?
Salve, Domini. Then what's your stepbrother?
Pay more attention, brother.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all, except that he's not a stickler for rules.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset.
Praise be to our Lord.
Sorry I can't tell.
Will you tell me?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
There's something I should tell you.
You're looking for...
I am a novice.
Why would you be
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhoff farm.
I heard something about that, but...
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do to this man once you find him?
Talk to him. Then, do you have any idea which of the novices could be?
I don't know, and...
I feel quite hungry.
Then what's your stepbrother? Slow down, brother.
What would you like?
I'd be interested... What can you tell me?
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life.
You don't know young Lord
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like it.
Why is he in the mon...
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding from...
Do you think he has a seat?
Don't we all?
Why is he in the monastery?
No. Don't we all?
That's all I wanted to know. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant.
I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. He doesn't talk to anyone. He works, eats, sleeps, then does it all again the next day. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
That's all. Thanks.
Today's food. What are they doing?
What is it, brother?
I bet they keep the tastiest morsels for themselves and give us the slop
I'm interested.
left over.
What can you tell me?
Definitely gone
Oh,
downhill.
he's always got...
I remember back when we ate like kings.
And the wine. Those were the days.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got something to hide. I'd keep well clear of him if I was you.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circators who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
I feel quite hungry.
Talk to me, brother.
Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
I'm interested in Yodok.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
What can you tell me about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him. I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
That's all.
I'll have to get something.
What do you...
There's something I should tell you. I'm here to...
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him Pious, but they sent me here.
So we have what?
Well, that's just it. It could be Antonius?
Antonius? He's a fine fellow. No, it can't be.
See how hard it is? It could... I suspect...
Do you know that occurred to me too? Yodok's a scoundrel and a cheat. I believe he'd be capable of anything.
I suspect Lucas.
He certainly says little enough, and he keeps himself to himself. I could well believe he's hiding something, but not that he's a killer.
Salve, Domine.
No, but I hope I'll track him down soon. If you find any clue that could lead me to him...
I swear I don't know anything.
I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it. I could do with a bite to eat.
About like a bear.
That must have been Brother Cicada.
He can't sleep.
What troubles you?
Or maybe you're...
Me? A criminal?
You're most likely right.
Oh, well, I should say so. Thinking I'm a criminal. Jesus, you gave me quite a fright.
Get off. Let me sleep.
I feel quite hungry. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Pay more
In
attention.
a rush to
brother.
pray? Pay more attention. Watch your step, brother.
Brother? Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I want...
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that is not allowed in the monastery.
Making quite a racket in the cellar. Blind drunk, I'm sure of it. I wonder what's been going on.
Why such haste? In a rush to pray? Watch your step.
In a rush to slow down.
Pay more attention, brother.
No. Why such haste?
Why such hate? In a rush to pray. In a rush to pray. In a rush to pray.
Watch your step. Slow down.
Why such haste? Watch your step. Slow down, brother.
In a rush to pray?
Pay more attention, brother.
This is not a good time for questions.
In a rush to pray? In a rush to pray?
Why such haste? Watch your step, brother.
Slow down.
Watch your step, brother.
Slow down, brother.
Watch your step, brother.
Watch your
Why such
step.
haste?
In a
brother?
rush to pray?
Pay more attention, brother.
In a rush to pray.
Pay more attention.
Imagine that.
Watch your step, brother.
Watch your step.
In a rush to pray?
That is to say, you should show them all that is... words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him... What do you desire, Brother Gregor? ...by the groups as soon as they begin. Remembering the fate of
well disposed from those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and
Pay
second
more
times.
Pay more attention, brother.
But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters he should
In a rush
curb
to
at
pray?
the very beginning of their ill-doing
more
by
attention,
stripes
brother.
and other bodily punishments.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable. He had no future. He was tempted by his friends into doing some foolish things, but he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, he ran away rather than keep doing foolish deeds. His former friends didn't take kindly to that, though, and wanted to punish him. So they sent a hunting dog to find him and rip his throat. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He poisoned some food, and when the hound showed up, he gave it to him. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry for what he tried to do. So he offered to make a bargain with the hound.
It was you that poisoned me.
Don't take it personally. Kill or be killed. You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. And what exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What do I need the keys to the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Salarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. If you know how to use them, they'll be worth finding. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior. He carries them with him at all times.
They both sound hard to me. But needs must. And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing. You can escape in that habit, but I need to vanish as fast as I can.
All right, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent.
Come and see me once you have everything, and try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
That would sound more sincere if you hadn't just tried to kill me.
That's why I'm thanking you. For being so reasonable despite what I did. For what it's worth, I'm glad the poison didn't kill you. And we can both come through this alive if we work together. Pay more attention, brother.